in the shoe shop, I want you to meet one of the craftsmen, Peter Oakley. Peter, how are you?
Good day. All right, I suppose.
Good, good. And you were working on...
I am working on the sole.
The sole of a shoe.
Yeah,
one of these shoes right here?
Yep.
Okay.
That one to be specific,
Oh,
if you want.
So this is what you're making.
Yep,
right
that's
here.
what I'm working on. And what I'm doing here is seasoning my sole. I've had it soaking in that bucket of water over there.
Okay.
And waiting for it to get soft. And now that it's nice, soft, and flexible, I can compress it, season the leather by hammering it on the lapstone. And that's making it tougher. That's work hardening the sole.
Oh, it actually makes it tougher.
Yeah, it's going to make it stronger. It's going to make the sole last longer that way.
You're compressing it, and it
Yeah,
almost
work
makes it
hardening.
into... Okay.
Yeah, closing up all the little air holes that you've got in it.
Really?
And so on.
So then the sole is attached on here.
Right.
And how is that done? Are you using wooden pegs to do that?
Yeah, I'm
or?
using these things. I'm using birch beech pegs to hold the, that one's for a heel, but just little wooden nails, just regular shoe pegs to fasten the sole on. It's a lot faster to put the shoe together that way than it is to hand stitch it.
I would imagine,
So,
okay.
So
but
for a work shoe, it's pretty standard now to peg your soles on.
And it holds...
Holds up
real
fine.
well.
Hold up just as well as anything else.
Do you need to soak your shoes every once in a while to let those expand, or you're just in wearing them they stay?
Yeah, I mean, you can in wearing they're going to stay put. They're not going to go anywhere unless you've done a lousy job. I mean, the whole trick in pegging the soles on is when you're using your pegging awl, when you're using this tool to make the hole, you make sure that the blade is a lot smaller than the peg you're going to use, so you get a good tight friction fit.
Okay.
And then you shouldn't have to rely on moisture at all to hold anything in place.
So you're not drilling these or anything, you're just using this awl right here.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
It's just you just kind of punch that through and it makes the...
That makes the
hole.
Tell you what.
Do we have...
We get one. I've got that one should do.
Really? Okay.
And give me, if you can hand me that tool there, the pegging jack.
The petting jack.
That one there.
This right here.
Yep.
Okay. That's called a petting jack.
A pegging jack.
All right.
So that clamps the shoe down.
Okay.
So that it's on a rigid stand, so the whole shoe isn't going to bounce when you start making the holes and driving in the pegs. So all I need to do is make a bunch of holes.
So those are two holes right there.
Right.
For two separate. That's all it takes.
That just makes the holes. Now I keep dipping the oil in beeswax to lubricate it so that I can pull it out.
Oh, I see. You have beeswax in your bench here.
Right.
Okay.
Now that I have the holes made, then I just grab a fistful of pegs and
boom, just like that.
Just like that.
One hit. Can you do that with nail shingles too?
I haven't had to shingle anything, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, sometimes I'll give it a tap to set it upright. I mean, ideally, you just want to belt it in.
Okay.
But occasionally you do, there we go, put that one, last one there, little setup, and then just whap it one.
Wow.
And yeah, you can put the sole on quite quickly.
So about how many pegs are going to go into a shoe like this?
Let's see, last time I counted, there was probably about, I don't know, about 120 in a shoe.
120 pegs.
Something like that.
In one shoe.
Between the pegs used to hold, this layer on the outer sole, the pieces in the heel, something like about that.
Now, one of the things I see the other craftsmen using is some type of knife.
Yeah, it's called a round knife.
A round knife. And that is just to bring it down to the proper thickness? Or?
Well, it's a general leather worker's knife. It's sort of our equivalent of a utility knife.
Okay.
So you are going to find nearly every leather worker, regardless of the specific trade, with a version of this. The differences being the sizes, how big a blade you got.
Great. Well, I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you very much, and happy shoemaking or assembling here. Let's go see what else we can find.